are ready to start our weight training class today. You will need 2 light weights, and if you have them, maybe 2 medium weights as well. We're going to start and actually spend pretty much the entire class sitting up nice and tall with our feet stretched out in front of us. So find the best positioning for you on your mat. And we're going to start with just loosening up through the body, tapping side to side. Beautiful. 2 more to each side. And then bringing it in for your big arm circles going forward. And then going backwards. And then throw them in and out. Beautiful, right into those side bends. Nice, 1 more to each side. And then moving down into your elbows. And go the other way. Moving into your wrists now. And go the other way on the wrists. And flicking your fingers in and out. Give them a good shake. And then moving down into your lower body. So pull your feet in, keep them in hip width apart for right now, little small windshield wipers just to loosen up a little. Nice, and then stepping those feet out a little wider. If it feels good, go to those wider windshield wipers. Perfect. 1 more to each side. And then stretching your feet back out in front of you. Bop your knees up and down. And then windshield wiper your feet. Beautiful. Now point and flex the toes. And then rotate the ankles in one direction. And then rotate the ankles in the other direction. Beautiful. Wiggle your toes, squeeze them in and out. Make sure your feet are nicely loosened up. I'm not going to do a lot of work through the feet today, but it's always good to give them a little movement, help them be happy. All right, we're going to start off with 1 heavier weight if you have it, or you can do 2 light weights put together. And we're going to go straight into a front raise to a tricep extension. Now I'm holding mine vertically so I can keep my hands in a little more narrow, because that's going to help really isolate the triceps for that tricep extension. But if it's more comfortable for you, you can absolutely turn it sideways. So pick what position is going to be best for you. We got 1 minute. Here we go. Up and over, tricep extension. Beautiful. Now the key here is going to be to stay sitting up nice and tall. It's tempting to slouch a little, but you want to keep your belly pulled in. Keep stretching up through the crown of your head through all of our exercises today. Nice, looking good. Keep those elbows in nice and tight. We've got 20 seconds to go. Beautiful. Nice and gentle. Almost there. Time. Nice. All right, now we're going to set that weight down for just a second. And you're going to switch maybe to your lighter weight or stay with the heavier weight, up to you. But you're going to hold it in your left hand. You're going to twist to the right and do a bicep curl on the right side of your body. So it's a twist and curl. 1 minute. Here we go. Now you can add a bicep curl on the left side of your body as well, or you can stick with focusing on that twist. This depends on how much arm work you want. I like to do them on both sides. Makes me feel more even. Halfway there. Beautiful. Nice and steady. Same speed going up and going down. Almost done. And time. Excellent. Set that weight down, roll through the shoulder for just a second, maybe wiggle the arm out, and then we're going to do the other side. So holding it in your right arm this time and then twisting to your left. Here we go. Nice. You got it. Now, if you want to make this one a little more challenging, hold your elbow away from your body. But if you need a little break, you can glue that elbow into your side and let it rest against your hip there. So up to you how hard you need to work today. Almost done. 10 more seconds. Looking good. You got it. And time. Nice. All right. From here, we're going to switch to our lighter weights. Staying in that same staff pose, keeping your feet flexed to bring a little more activity in through your legs. But you're going to take your weights, bring them up, out nice and wide, and we're going to row and reach. So you're pulling it back, squeezing your shoulder blades together, push them out, and reach towards your toes. 1 minute. Here we go. So squeeze back. And I'm not actually touching my toes with the weights. I'm keeping them nice and even above my legs, but I'm leaning forward as far as I can to bring them above my toes. Beautiful. This one's pretty tough, especially if your arms aren't used to being out to the sides there. So if you need to take a second and bring those elbows down, go for it, and then hop right back into it. 20 seconds to go here. Ten more seconds. You can do it. Remember that pause at any time. You're good. And time. Beautiful. Set those weights down. Give your arms a little shake. And then next up, you'll be happy to hear, is not arms at all. So for the next one, I'm going to turn on an angle so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to put your weights in front of you. And you're going to line your one weight up with your leg that we're going to start with. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. So I'm going to go over the weights. And then at 30 seconds, we're going to switch legs. So you'll have to scooch to line up your other leg properly. All right, 1 minute. Here we go. Just lightly tapping your heel on the floor. Super simple, but it actually winds up being a lot of work. Try to keep your foot flexed if you can. Nice, looking good. Switching in 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Nice, you got it. You're crossing the center line of your body and then going out to the side for the second weight. It's really firing up a lot of your thigh muscles here. 3 more seconds, you can do it. And time. Excellent job. All right, last one, we're not actually going to use the weights at all. So set those to the side, coming right back out to that nice upright posture, reaching up through the crown of your head. Put your hands behind your head, and you're going to lean and do basically a modified bicycle crunch, bringing elbow towards the knee. 1 minute. Here we go. Reach down only as far as is comfortable through your back. And focus on crunching in your abs as you're doing it. Beautiful. If you're feeling like your hamstrings are tight, bend your knees, relax your feet, let everything soften up a little. But if you're enjoying that little stretch through the back of your legs, you can keep your feet flexed to help increase that. Looking good. 15 more seconds. Keep breathing. Almost there. And time. Perfect. That is the end of the first set. Go grab some water. We have 2 sets to go. All right, bringing it back in. Coming back into that raise with the tricep extension. Choose the weight that is right for you and the orientation that's right for you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Sitting up nice and tall. Pulling your belly in. Trying to draw your rib cage in tight together. Nice. You got it. Soft bend in your elbows. Halfway done already. Looking good. You got it. Check in with your posture. Reach up through the crown of your head. Try to grow just a little bit taller. And time. Excellent. All right, up next we have that twist and curl. So taking that one weight, starting in your left hand, 1 minute. Here we go. Still sitting up nice and tall. Still reaching up through the crown of your head. Check on your shoulders here too, because while you want to reach up through your head, you want to let your shoulders soften down a little bit. kind of hard in the hand that's holding the weight, but check in. You don't want to draw the shoulder up towards your ear. Let it come down as much as it can. Beautiful. 20 seconds to go here. Almost done. Time. All right, now we got to do the other side. Set it up in your right hand. And here we go. Again, checking in with how hard you want your arm working. Either rest the elbow against the hip or hold it out an inch or so away from the body if you want to increase your load a little. Check in with your breathing here. You want to do a good twist, but only to a point where you can still breathe comfortably. If you're twisting so far that your breath feels constricted, maybe ease off of that just a little. 10 seconds to go. And time. Nice. All right, next up is that wide row with the reach. So grab the weights that are right for you. 1 minute. Here we go. Pulling back and then leaning forward. This is the same motion that you do on a rowing machine or doing cable rows at the gym. But it feels a little different with the dumbbells. 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. You can always drop the weights and do this one empty hand. Pulling back and then reaching forward. Or keeping the weights there. And just dropping your elbows when you need a little break. Almost there, 5 more seconds. And time. Nice. All right, we are up next with that leg over dumbbells. Now, if you have the kind of dumbbells that you can stand up on their end and you want to try that to get a little more height, you are more than welcome to do so. Mine don't stand on their end like that, so I have to go sideways. We're going to switch at 30 seconds. Here we go. Now, even though your hands are supporting you here, still try to reach up through the crown of your head, keeping that nice, tall posture. Beautiful. 5 more seconds on this leg. Switching in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Nice. Now, I like to use my hands to stabilize just a little bit, but you can also hold them up in front of you if you want to add a little more challenge. Or if you feel like you need a little extra support, you can hold on to the other knee to help anchor you in. So up to you. And time. All right, last one is that bicycle crunch. So right back out, legs together in front of you, sitting up nice and tall. Here we go. Remember, really focusing on squeezing the abs in, letting them pull you forward as opposed to working mostly in your back. Halfway done. Looking good. 5 seconds to go. And time. Nice job. All right, that is the second set done. Go grab some water, and then we have one more. All right, bringing it back in. Last set, we're going back to that tricep extension with the front raise. If you've done lots of classes with me, you probably recognize this as another variation of the dumbbell pullover. All right, 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Looking good. Checking in here with the posture, still sitting up nice and tall. Feeling the work through your chest and your back on that raise, and then through your triceps on that extension behind you. Some through your shoulders too, of course. 10 seconds to go. And time. All right, getting ready for the twist with the curl. 1 minute. Here we go. Beautiful. Another way you can increase your load on this one, work a little harder, is don't bring it all the way up to your shoulder, but keep it in that position where your bicep is flexed as you're moving across your body. So like you're making a muscle, because you are making a muscle. Almost there. 10 more seconds on this one. And time. Nice. All right, switching sides. 1 minute. Here we go. Beautiful. You guys look fantastic. Halfway done on this side. Check in with your breathing here too. Sitting up nice and tall, breathing smoothly. Almost done. And time. Nice job. All right. Setting those heavier weights to the side if you were using them. Grab your lighter weights or go empty hand on this one. the wide row with the reach. Here we go. Pulling it back wide, reaching it out. Nice. Bend your knees, relax your feet. If your hamstrings feel tight, just have everything a little looser or keep them flexed if you want to add that nice hamstring stretch in. Pull back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pause to tuck your elbows in by your side whenever you need to. Beautiful, almost done here. And time. Nice job. Get those dumbbells set up to pop your legs over them. One minute. Here we go. Nice. Again, holding your hands up in front of you, resting them on the floor next to your hips, or holding that opposite knee, whatever positioning works best for you. Switching in 3, 2, 1, switch legs. Nice, looking good. Almost there, you got it. And time, beautiful. Whew. All right, last one. Move those weights all the way out of the way. Legs out in front. That bicycle crunch. Here we go. Coming all the way up to that good posture in between, so you're not shortchanging yourself. "30 seconds down. You got this. Almost there. 10 more seconds. And time. Nice. All right, go grab some water, and then we're going to come back and do our final stretch. All right, coming back to that same staff pose just for a minute. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, bring our arms up overhead. Do a little soft side bend to one side, and then to the other side. And then a little fold forward, reaching towards your toes. Let everything soften here for a moment. And then sliding your hands up your legs, coming back up, raising your arms. And this time we're going to angle our body a little bit. We're going to reach out like we're reaching towards our toes, but off to one side. If it feels good here and you want a little extra stretch, grab the side of your foot or your ankle, and you can pull just a little bit more into it. Help stretch out through that side body, and maybe through the shoulder blade. Take one more breath here. And then release, coming up nice and slow. Raise those arms up again. And now we're going to go to the other side. So this may be good for you here, just that very slight twist. Or you may want to pull into it a little more. Stretch out that shoulder a bit. One more moment here. And then release. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and try a stretch to work through the back of the legs a little bit. So you're going to come into a tabletop position. And then you're going to bring your foot up like you're going to a lunge, but turn it sideways. Now check in here. If your knee does not feel comfortable in this position, just step right out of it and we'll find a different stretch for you. But if this feels good for you, you can slide that back leg out, coming into a pigeon pose. And it's going to stretch through the front hip pocket and through the back of this bent leg here to help stretch out some of those muscles we worked with that little leg over the dumbbell exercise. One more second here. And then bringing that back knee back up so that it's right behind your foot. Again, if this feels okay for your knees, slide yourself back, leaning back into it. And again, you're going to feel the stretch through the back of the hip that is bent, the front leg. Beautiful. Got to stretch those muscles out after we work them. Coming back up. We're going to switch sides. So come back into that tabletop position, however you get to it, and bring the other leg up and across. Starting with just sliding that leg back to whatever position is comfortable for you, to where you feel a good stretch, but no pain. Just another moment here. And then bringing that leg back up. And then before we get out of the cross-kneed posture, just pulling your bottom back towards your heel, however far helps you feel a stretch. And it may be different on one side than the other. That's totally normal. Human bodies are not symmetrical. Coming back up out of that, unfold yourself back to tabletop, and then come into whatever comfortable seat works for you. And our last one, we're actually going to go straight into a little tricep stretch. So pat yourself on the back for all the hard work you did today. And then if it feels good, pull that elbow towards the wall behind you. Nice deep breath. And then release and go to the other side. Beautiful. Release. And you are all done. Thank you again for joining me today. I will see you next Tuesday.